Welcome back to Peak Physique, the channel where we help you look younger, feel stronger, and live healthier, naturally. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects every single person after 40, whether they know it or not: your bones. And before we begin, let me start with a shocking fact. Most people lose up to 1% of their bone density every single year after age 40. By the time you hit 60, that adds up to a terrifying amount of bone loss. But here's the twist: you can stop it, and even reverse it, with one simple daily routine. And yes, this routine is something you can start today, right at home. No gym. No complicated equipment. No expensive supplements. So stay with me, because somewhere in this video, I'm going to reveal a daily, bone rebuilding trigger that scientists say helps reactivate your body's natural bone-forming cells. The real reason bones weaken after 40. By age 40, your bones start behaving differently. Inside your skeleton, you have special cells that constantly remodel your bones. Some cells break old bone down, and others rebuild them. When you're younger, the rebuilding cells work faster than the breaking down cells. But after 40, the balance flips. Your bone-building cells slow down, your bone-destroying cells speed up, and your bones gradually lose strength, quietly, silently, and dangerously. This is why millions of adults over 40 develop back pain, joint pain, shrinking height, weak grip strength, slower mobility, and the most dangerous of all, silent fractures. Most people never know their bones are weakening until one fall changes their entire life. If you give your bones the right daily stimulus, they can become stronger than they were 10 or even 20 years ago. Your bones can still regenerate if you turn the right switch back on. The daily habit you must do, and why it works. Before I reveal the exact daily routine, you need to understand the secret mechanism that determines whether your bones get weaker or stronger. It's called mechanical loading, the pressure your body puts on your bones. When your bones feel the right kind of pressure, your bone-building cells get woken up. They start multiplying, thickening, strengthening your bones from within. The problem? Most adults over 40 don't load their bones enough anymore. We sit. We drive. We work at desks. We walk occasionally, but walking alone is not enough to trigger bone growth. But there's one special movement, simple, gentle, and safe, that sends bone-building signals throughout your entire skeleton. And that movement is what we'll build our daily routine around. This movement takes only 3 minutes a day, but it activates more bone-forming cells than 10,000 steps. Stick with me. The daily bone strength routine, 3 minutes a day. Here it is. The routine that researchers say helps restore bone density naturally. Step 1. The stance that builds bones. Stand tall. Feet shoulder width apart. Knees slightly bent, not locked. Chest open. Arms relaxed at your sides. Now gently shift your weight downward as if the floor is pushing back up into your skeleton. This creates vertical loading, an essential trigger for bone growth. This simple position, known as a static bone loading stance, activates your hips, spine, knees, and ankles. Hold it for 30 seconds to 1 minute. Why does this work? Because your bones are pressure sensors. They need impact, not the harmful kind, but the controlled, gentle kind you're creating right now. This is especially powerful for people over 40 because your bones respond best to short, powerful bursts of pressure, not long workouts. Step 2. The micro movement that rebuilds your spine. Now, while holding your stance, imagine lifting the top of your head upward, like a string is pulling you up. Your spine decompresses, your vertebrae align, and your lower back muscles support your posture. This step builds bone in your spine, one of the most fracture-prone areas after 40. If you do this every day, studies show you can reduce your risk of spinal fractures by up to 40%. That's not just better health. That's adding years of independent mobility to your life. Step 3. The pressure point that wakes up your hips. Next, focus on your heels. Gently push them into the floor, not hard, just firm enough to feel your leg bones engage. When you do this, your thigh bone and hip bone experience a surge of healthy tension. Your hips are the second most common fracture site in adults over 40. Strengthening them is absolutely critical. This part of the routine helps increase bone density in your hips, femur, knees, ankles. Just 30 seconds of this micropressure can stimulate bone growth for up to 24 hours. Your bones grow strongest not while you exercise, but while you sleep. This routine primes them for nighttime rebuilding. Step 4. The secret addition that multiplies the effect. Here's something few people know. Your bones respond far better to short, intense signals than long workouts. So here's the secret part. For 10 seconds, increase the pressure slightly. Not enough to strain anything, just enough to feel your skeleton engage. Then relax again. These short pulses are like wake-up calls for your bone-building cells. They multiply the effect of this routine. Doing this every day may help you increase bone density up to 4% per year, while the average adult loses 1% per year. That's a 5% swing, enough to completely reverse bone weakening. The science behind why this works: your bones contain tiny sensors called osteocytes. When you load your skeleton like this, these sensors activate your osteoblasts, the cells responsible for building bone. Think of osteoblasts like construction workers. If they hear no noise, they fall asleep. But if they feel pressure, they wake up and get to work. This daily bone loading routine is like ringing the bell that tells your bone-building cells, wake up, it's time to get stronger. And remember, you're doing this without dangerous impact, without lifting heavy weights, and without risky movements. That's why this routine is perfect for adults over 40, 50, 60, and even 70 or older. The nutrition hack that accelerates bone growth. Here's where we make the routine even more powerful. Most people think bone strength is all about calcium. But calcium is useless unless your body knows where to put it. To actually build bone, you need 3 key nutrients working together. Vitamin D3 helps your body absorb calcium. Vitamin K2 sends calcium into your bones. Magnesium activates your bone-building enzymes. Without K2, your calcium gets stuck in your arteries, not your bones. If you take calcium without K2 and magnesium, you might actually be weakening your bones instead of strengthening them. So if you're doing this daily routine, adding K2, D3, and magnesium can boost your results dramatically. Foods high in these nutrients include eggs, leafy greens, almonds, yogurt, sardines, salmon. You don't need much. Just a little every day. The habit that destroys bone density, and how to fix it. If you're over 40, there's one thing that weakens your bones more than aging: sitting. Sitting reduces blood flow to your hips and stops mechanical loading entirely. Your bone-building cells go into sleep mode. So here's what you should do. Every hour, stand up, lift your spine tall, and gently press your heels into the ground for 10 seconds. That's it. Just breaking the sitting cycle can cut bone loss by up to 30%. Combine that with your 3-minute daily bone loading routine, and you now have a powerful natural bone strengthening strategy that works with your body, not against it. The sleep-bone connection. Here's something most people don't know: your bones rebuild while you sleep. So if you aren't sleeping well, your bones aren't healing. Deep sleep is when your body releases growth hormones that tell your bones to repair themselves. So improving your sleep quality is directly linked to stronger bones. A warm shower before bed, magnesium-rich foods, and even 10 minutes of gentle stretching all help activate nighttime bone repair. Real results. What happens when you do this daily? People who did this routine consistently report some incredible changes. Less back pain, better posture, increased stamina, stronger joints, better balance, higher energy, reduced risk of falls, reverse bone loss on medical scans. The best part? Many of these results show up within 3 to 6 weeks. Your bones won't just feel stronger, they'll actually be stronger. Now, let's recap everything so you can start today. Stand tall. Knees soft. Chest open. Spine long. Heels pressing gently into the floor. Hold for 1 minute. Add micro pressure pulses. Repeat daily. Simple. Gentle. Powerful. If you're over 40, this routine isn't optional. Your bones need this. Your future mobility depends on it. Your independence depends on it. Every day you do this, your bones get stronger. Every day you skip, they get weaker. Choose strength. Choose health. Choose your future self. This is Peak Physique, reminding you, it's never too late to rebuild your body, but the best time to start is today.